Hey guys, I'm Giant on Occasion, and today we're back in more news. We have a new mission request from the Shadow Lord, so the third story mission is upon us. I think we'll do one other mission first, so we can play around with our Chaos Spawn in the most dangerous possible environment, and then we'll send him on a story mission. But we still have injuries to recover from as well. So, Rat Hunt. Murga has managed to keep the capture of Griffinbrand secret from the other servants of the Shadow Lord. As far as the other cults know, the blade has been destroyed. If the Lord of the Pit is aware of her deception, he has yet to make his displeasure known. Instead, Murga has received another vision from the Shadow Lord, the image of a Skaven chieftain, of such villainy and wickedness that his lifeblood will make a perfect offering to her master. Hunting down this creature is the next task the Shadow Lord demands be performed by his favoured servants. There is reward to be had in serving the Shadow Lord, and worse than death for those who defy him. You know, maybe I will just go ahead and do it, actually. So is this going to be... Oh, it's Filt Sharptail. Fun. He's the dramatis personae for the Skaven campaign, basically. That's fun. Oh, deadly mission. Love deadly missions. That's so good. But yeah, maybe we should do this one. Our ranking is already 400 higher than this. And, you know, we have a crypt horror, so, yeah. Sounds fun. Oh, yeah, we have a crypt horror. We have a crypt horror, by the way. But we have one more day to get over things. Market stock's been replenished. We have 8 more days to deliver our Weirdstone. Asta and Fabian are both back. And, yeah, here's our boy. Here's our boy. Looks good, doesn't he? Looks good, eh? That's right, we can colour his skin to match our warband. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks great. Love these little patterns and stuff on him. So he looks really cool. All 3 of them do. I really, you know what? His name's rubbish. I have a better idea. Right? I'm gonna call him Cerberus. How can I not? How can I not call him Cerberus? Look at him. So Cerberus here is gonna help a lot. I gave him 1 billion accuracy. His default chance of critting is 27%, which is really high, and we're still working on that. But 27% chance to crit, which is amazing. He does a lot of damage from each attack. He gets to attack 3 times a turn. But for his skills, I gave him this. I just gave him Blood Offering and then maxed it out. We spent all of our skill points on this, on Blood Offering. So with that like maxed, if we attack our first attack, then our next 2 attacks are going to do 50% additional damage and have an extra 10% chance to crit. So it's going to be a 37% chance to crit on our next 2 attacks, provided that this hits. So pretty damn cool. So I also did up his weapon skill and his alertness with his clothing. Because we got some nice clothing. I didn't give that to my archers, I gave it to this guy instead, because clothing is the best thing he can equip. I thought alertness for range resistance, that's going to be a big weakness of his. And then also, and initiative as well, so he gets to go first, which will be great. And weapon skill will allow him to hit things more, obviously. I didn't get a chance to put up accuracy any higher with the clothing, with any of the enchantments. Hopefully when we get purple clothes and, you know, some purple formulas, we can give him just +2 accuracy maybe. I don't know, but yeah, weapon skill is going to need to go up with his next few levels so that he can actually hit more reliably. I don't know how great he's going to be at hitting, but he's got 25% melee resist already, thanks to his really high agility. So, yeah, he's already pretty sturdy. 105 dodge? Yeah, pretty great. Pretty great. Also great parry chance, but he's not actually... He can't parry, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, he's great. I love Cerberus. Also, where is he? Moloch. 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 This is petty, but I'm wondering, do I want to call him Vampire Hunter Moloch or Moloch Vampire Hunter? Moloch the Vampire Hunter. Or the Vampire. The Vampire Slayer. Oh, come on. How can I make this fit? Okay, I got it. There we go. Perfect. Moloch Vampire Slayer. He killed 2 vampires, okay? He slayed 2 vampires. So he gets to be called Moloch Vampire Slayer. And then, you know, obviously the music plays, you know. And then, you know, and then I got copyright struck because that impression of that song was so good. And yeah, I can't help it. I'm sorry. Too amazing. Now, let's see. We got Walk in the Fog. Hunters and Prey. Got Pillagers here. Yeah, I think it's got to be Rat Hunt. I think it's got to be Rat Hunt. I think we need to do a story mission, which actually I wasn't really prepared for. I'm going to go make a cup of tea and stuff. So I'll be back in a second.
I have been blessed with another vision sent to me by the Shadow Lord. As the brain tissue of a foolish mercenary I killed oozed out into the street, it took on distinct patterns and shapes.
Yeah, we don't need to hear this.
Afforded...
You know the drill by now. So we have a boy. We have a boy. God, I love that boy. We... okay, so I spoiled this myself, okay? I didn't want to repeat the last story mission that made me want to jump out of a window. And so I looked up this mission, and it turns out this mission is worse. It's so much worse. It's... So there's one thing, right? There's one thing. Yeah, well, hang on. What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? What are we doing with you? We're going to send you up. Yeah, so there's objectives that we're going to need to do up here, but he can't pick anything up. So there's guys over here, right? So basically the plan is we need to kill 3 Eshin sorcerers that are out on these barges, which are an absolute nightmare to get to because of how terrible the objectives are in this game. So we need to kill them. We need to take their warp rods, which are a thing, right? And the warp rods, they've used it to make Filch basically invincible. And we have to use the warp rods on Filch to get rid of the protective barrier that they've erected around him, which is really silly. And so he's going to appear down here somewhere. We need to do basically set up a bunch of laws on this end of the map. So basically we need to go over here, deal with these guys in a very annoying fashion. Once they're dealt with, we steal their rods. Then we need to get the rods all the way up here and to use on him. In the meantime, we need to do all the other objectives up here as well. So it's a whole thing. It's a nuisance. It's a thing. But yeah, we're going to send our boy up here, I think. Or do I? Do I want to send him up here? What I might do, I might send him over there so we can just rip them apart nice and quickly. So actually, it's going to take us a couple turns anyway. So I'd say we position him around here somewhere. We might have him go upstairs at some point. So tell you what, I am going to move him here and delay, just on the off chance that I can somehow do these objectives quicker. So one thing, so basically, right, this game, it's not unfair, right? I know that might sound silly, because Mordheim, hang on, I need to sort out the tray, my keyboard's on, it's creaking again, there we go. So this game is fair. As bizarre as that sounds, it is, alright? There are rules that the game plays by. Yes, there's a random chance that something bad can happen, but you're always aware of what that chance is, right? It plays by the same rules all the time. Now you might think, brilliant, those Eshin sorcerers are sitting ducks for our archers, thank God we brought some archers. No, because the game's terrible, terrible design decided because it's a story mission, they're just going to give them plus 200% ranged resistance as a buff. So you've seen Eshin sorcerers before, you'd never assume they'd have that, but in this mission, they've given them that just so you can't shoot them. So even though you might not have brought any archers because you can make your warband any way that you want, it's basically like, well, we don't want them to be killed by archers, so we don't want to reward the player for being prepared. We're just going to make it so they can't do that, so they have to do these irritating interactions with picking up planks and placing them on these where bridges need to form. That's what all these nodes are, right? So those planks along this wall, you pick up the planks and then you take them over here to create a bridge. And you've got to do that with 2 lots of planks in 2 locations. All the while, they're going to be shooting at you and making clouds of poison gas. And you can't shoot them. Because reasons. I hate it. I hate it so much. So when I say the game is fair, normally it is. But then the story missions, they just basically make it unfair because they make they change the rules of the world to suit their set pieces rather than making set pieces that function in the same way as the rules of the world have established in all of your other missions. So it basically just like, and then, you know, hiding objectives and all the rest of it, just, yeah, awful. And I can hear my cat chittering. He's annoyed too. I get it, mate. So yeah, that's the thing. I think that is the thing that makes me just loathe these missions sometimes. It's when they decide they have their own rules that aren't established ahead of playing, right? There's nothing, unless you look at their stats randomly, why would you bother? Unless you look at their stats, you're not going to know that they're immune to ranged attacks. You're not going to know that, because they're not normally. And so I absolutely hate that. I think it's just the worst thing in the world. So also, one thing we will want to try and do, if we can manage, is go through the tunnels. Go through these tunnels to get to, you know, the wagon. That's the word I'm looking for. Because they'll have a bunch of stuff on them. So we want to get our Marauder over there, maybe. Maybe. I really don't know. I really have no idea if we're going to be able to or not. Do I want Alak to try that? I can't afford to have him killed. See, this is the annoying thing. These two, they both got warp-lock pistols. And they're both going to be overwatching their warp-lock pistols. So while you're trying to set up stuff on all of these different nodes, they're going to be shooting at you with overwatches, which might even crit you, in which case you have to wait an entire extra turn, in which case these guys are going to keep shooting you, before you can then get back up and then place the planks, because you can't take items off other people, and you have to be holding a plank to be able to interact with them. Again, it's just basically making the worst possible situation worse, is what it sort of attempts to do, which I hate. Also, things like this are infuriating. Like, look at that. We don't quite have room to move around. We do have room to move here, though, at least. But I feel like a lot of the time, it is just trying to prolong things. And of course you took damage there already. That's marvellous, thank you.
Objective completed.
So yeah, now it's telling us about these objectives.
Added. Objectives updated.
I can't quite reach that. I can't quite reach that without using another point, and it'll apply there too. Yeah, we're going to have to use a strategic point on that. Damn it. So yeah, they're awkwardly spaced as well. Remember, he's got knowledge Mordheim. But like, they seem to just space everything out in a way that makes it the most difficult for you. And you'll notice there's no cover down here either, so you can't even get out of the way of their shots if you're in range of them. I don't know if we're going to be or not. I have no idea if we're going to be. But of course you can't dodge ranged attacks. So it just is what it is. And yeah, you're going to have to delay a little further. Because, oh god, why did I put him there? Oh no, we can jump down, it's okay. If we can get our mutant down here, he can probably jump down and then pick up those planks. I don't know if we're going to jump down. We'll probably just run across, actually. Grab those planks and set it up. And then maybe... he probably won't, actually. Cerberus probably won't have quite enough strategic points to get over there now. Yeah, here we go. Can they reach us? Okay, they can't, but now they're in Overwatch. So now, as we approach, we're going to get shot. Which is really annoying, because there's no cover. God, it sucks. So over here, though, I think we're going to have her go up the other way, so she's not having to run the gauntlet. Although, what's it called? Chains of... It's not even showing me the spells because they're not in range, of course not. Chains of Chaos might be useful against them to stop them being able to shoot twice on their turns. But I'm also worried about them using a bunch of spells, which is a problem. So I might grab that. I might grab these objectives. So we need to grab these ones. Right, these are the laws. They look cool, don't they? They look cool. Alright, so anyway, we need to grab those. And then we need to place them up on the other side of the map to make enemies spawn. Because we're trying to lure out Filch. And of course there's 3 of them, and of course it's the third one that's going to, you know, lure him out. Yeah, I think I might give them to Murga.
New objectives added. Objective completed.
Okay, so it'll be sort of her and the archers up north. Is this north? South, I guess. Yes. I mean, there is a compass on the top left as well. Oh, can you reach now? No, you can't. That's a bit sad. That'd been quite nice to have been able to reach that already. But we can't quite. Never mind. Also, there is going to be a rat ogre on this mission. I don't know if it'll be in the sewers or if it'll be somewhere else. 'Cause I don't think we need to go in the sewers, which is like the one time on this map you don't need to go in the sewers. I'm going to ambush, I guess. I don't know if there will be any enemies just yet. But that's okay. And we're going to get more of our archers up here. I guess I'll do that here. Just in case anything comes out the tunnels. And yeah, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to reach. But you can get close. I might be able to ambush stance. Maybe. Alright, what's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. God, now Neasel starts all the way up here, does he? That's annoying. Can I... Oh, nope, there's actually no route down. I have to use strategic point now. That's a bummer, because that might make it impossible to reach what I need to reach. Okay, I can't go through there. Perfect. Come on. Alright, so, annoyingly, that'll be one. Okay, actually, you know what? I have two left, so I think I can deploy... I can deploy the planks, I think. I'm going to get shot. Just horrendous. And we can't quite reach because the Overwatch ate up one of our points. And now we're going to have to wait an entire extra turn. They're going to get an entire extra turn because he's holding the planks, and so he needs to be able to do that. And that's just, yeah, shocking game design. The idea that you have to pick up the planks and take them to these, like, two different locations is infuriating. It's just awful. And, like, you can't shoot them either, even though that should be a tactic. You should be able to go up there and shoot at them, and they can shoot you back or cast spells at you, and it's like a whole thing. But the game just says no. And, like, that's where the story missions really fail. They make things... God, what's the word? You're at odds with the game's usual mechanics. But usually you're not having to, like, strain them that far, right? Interactables are brilliant. You've got loot, right? In this way, the amount of things they make you interact with just mean that you can barely get anything done in a single turn when you're under this ridiculous pressure. Now, I guess that's the point, right? You know, you can argue, well, you're supposed to be under pressure. It's more time. But you're under pressure in ways that feel stupid and annoying rather than because, you know, you're not prepared for it or whatever. Because, like, yeah, make this difficult, but let us shoot at them. Let us deal with them in some way. But you can't. You just have to, like, hope that your guys can stretch that far to be able to do the objectives in a way that isn't going to hurt them too much. So, like, it's very annoying. So what I probably should have done, really, is not advanced at all with our mutant. And I should have just waited for them to Overwatch again. He's taken damage for no reason. I should have planned that out, but, like, I want to get the objectives done because I know I'm going to be here for weeks against endless enemies. And that just doesn't feel great when it feels like you're being delayed for stupid reasons. So I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. And again, you can't shoot at them. Like, I have solutions to this in my warband, and the game just says, no. Your solutions aren't okay. Right? Your preparedness isn't how you get out of this. You get out of this by dealing with our nonsense. I find that really frustrating. Like, we have archers. But anyway, I know what to expect, so I'm, you know, fine. But I have to say, I have to explain why I'm annoyed. I have to explain why I'm annoyed. But I just think it's bad design. It's frustrating. It's not tense. It's just annoying. In a way that, like, the game normally isn't. When it gets, like... When there's difficult moments normally, it's difficult moments that are playing by those set rules, so it's fine. You know, you accept it. That's the game. This isn't the game. This is just, it's inventing new ways to like annoy you. And it's not rewarding you for being prepared. It kind of makes it feel like half my warband is obsolete now, just because they wanted to screw with me, and that's not fun. It doesn't even feel like there's a good story reason for it. Okay, they got those rods, I guess, those warp rods, which are also warding, you know, the other guy, but like, still, like, you could just put them in a room, you know, you didn't have to. I hate it. I just hate it. I hate it. You guys can both go this way, I guess. I don't know why. Might as well.
A new round has started.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to delay. I think. I just want to make sure I can get on top of them before they can do spells, because they do have a spell that, you know what? Alak could have just picked up those planks and taken them this turn. That would have been better. That would have actually worked out better. I am... God, I have no idea. I might cast a spell on someone. Although, once the bridge is there, I'm going to want him to be there. So one thing that's also quite annoying about delay is it pushes you a few places in the initiative meter. It doesn't lower your initiative by a certain number. Right, it's between 1 and 3 places. So what happens is if you have like 3 people all delaying, they just end up skipping over each other indefinitely and no one else gets a turn, and they just use up all of their delays. So you can't delay everybody, which is really silly. But that's the game's general mechanics, and it sort of forces you to, you know, play your turns when you have your turns, which I think, you know, is fine. That is consistent at least. But it's annoying here when you have this like ridiculous roadblock. Because honestly, like, have the planks near where the bridges are. They're already near, so just make it one interactive point where you pick up the planks and place them as a bridge. That is how it should be. Because then it wouldn't be annoying. It wouldn't be like, oh, well, it's in his inventory now, so we're screwed. I mean, yeah, you can pick up planks from a few different places and send them all together, but, you know, even so, it's just a bit silly, isn't it? It's just a bit silly. But yeah, Murga can set up that, hopefully. You're going to have to delay again. Hopefully he'll delay more this time. Yeah, I feel like our boy, our mutant boy, needs, you know, I guess I'll just Overwatch here. This is a bit claustrophobic already. Crying out loud. And it is going to be his turn again beforehand. Christ. In order to allow him to get over and attack those guys, I'm just going to end my turn. Could have done a spell, probably. Oh, he's using Wither on Cerberus. And we failed to resist. I'm not sure what Wither does. Not entirely sure what it does. Wither. Lowers strength, agility, and toughness, and movement range. Okay, so now we're probably not going to be able to reach them because of Wither. Right. You see what I mean? Like, it's just infuriating. It wouldn't be if they played by the rules of other Eshin sorcerers, but they don't. Just give them some cover, so it's hard to shoot them, but give us that option, you know? The way this is positioned is great, because there's that raised area that we could position in, but of course that would then put us in range of their guns, so they could shoot back. That would be interesting. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Is an enemy going to spawn right away, or we have to wait? Snicked Blight has been spawned. Oh, is that him? Nope, that's Kalbazka. Oh, it says a guy over there too, huh? Interesting. Now what? Now what? Do I set up an ambush? Sure. Let's see where he crawls out of. Alright, Crick's turn again. I don't know if he's setting up a Overwatch or what. Alright, so it's our mutant next. Alright, please don't set up an Overwatch. He's done an Overwatch. Alright, and probably the other guy has too. So now mutant needs to get shot twice more. Oh, thank God. And there's no cover. There's no cover to approach. Oh. God, so annoying. It's just, it's awful. Awful design. Shocking. Alright, I'm gonna go for this guy anyway. Come here, you. Alright, I'm gonna just, like, clobber the crap out of you. So there is some loot over there. But yeah, these guys are both gonna have an item we need to pick up. So let's start wailing on him with Darth Maul here. God, they've got quite a lot of health too in this one. Well, ish. Yeah, they're high enough level to have a few spells and things. It's quite frustrating. I really hope we can reach that guy. If we can't reach him, he's going to get another... oh, well, then I guess we get on top of him with our leader, I guess. And he could still do some spells and things from there. Alright, now please tell me I get there in 4. I can't, can I? Not even slightly. Not even slightly. God, that sucks. Okay, if I ambush, maybe I can hit him, but then no one else will be able to get across that bridge. So I just have to stand here for a bit now. God, that's infuriating. But yeah, it's insane you have to run that gauntlet with specific characters who happen to be carrying the correct items in order to interact with them. It's too many steps for a game that's this cumbersome. Oh, that's a pity. That would have been a really nice hit. But yeah, they have a leader here. That's a little scary. We've got a lot of archers nearby, though. Ooh. And Weeping Poison's going to keep damaging him. That's really disappointing. That's really disappointing we weren't able to get the jump on him to some degree, because that's... yeah, I wasn't expecting there to be a random, like, leader there. That's for sure. But at least this one we can shoot. That's nice to know. Alright, that's something. Oh, you've missed him twice, mate. Rubbish. Okay, we have a Dalvadir. Who, I mean, I guess we're covered up here. Do you want to go fight that leader? I think that's probably wise. How did both of our other guys miss that trap? But not you. It's impressive. Alright, here we go. Oh, come on, man. You gotta hit him. There's a dodge. Great. Alright, well that's... basically all of your attacks. Great. Yeah, there's the Weeping Poison. My god, he's half dead already. And he's still going to take that damage again next turn. So, like, already, like, 3 of our guys are really injured. 2. 2 guys? 2 guys. I think 3. Who else did I think got hurt? I don't know, but never mind. Let's just hit him. Yes! That's how it's done. That is how it's done. I'm going to take these. These are mine now. And I should probably also take these planks, though I'm going to forget who's had them. Maybe I should give them to Dalvadir. But then I don't really want him to run the gauntlet. Not really. So we don't need to go to that barge, I don't think. That's just another route to that area. Temian is still a bit slow, though, isn't he? Screw it. I'm gonna pick him up with him. Alright, there are other planks we can pick up. If we just get everyone to carry a plank, then we can have everyone run the gauntlet, and the damage will get spread out. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, those are just Weeping Blades. I thought there was some Warpstone down there. Right. Yeah, let's just, head this way, I guess. Alright, who are you? Who are you? That's Kalba's Scar. Kalba's Scar is here. Sure. Oh, good. There's Snicket Blight, so he's the one we've got to kill. He's just a random warp guard. Or is he? He's a something. No, that's not a warp guard. That's the Verminkin. I think. I mean, that's great. He's been shot twice and then fell off a ledge. Oh, we managed to charge there? Oh, that's disappointing. Oh, Faust, buddy. That sucks. That really sucks.
A new round has started.
Alright, good. Obliterate this swine. Or do I want to kill him first? Can I kill him first? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to carry on trying to murder this guy. So he's failed his terror test, which is a great start. If I use blood offering on this guy, then I'll be doing bonus damage against the next guy I attack too. Ooh, this is going to be iffy whether we kill him, but we are getting 37% crit chance. We didn't get it. Lame. That's sad. That's sad. This is our last attack too. I want to attack the other guy though. I wanted to attack the other guy though. Maybe we can terrify him at least. Terror is the way to do it, I think. Why didn't you roll for terror? He rolled for terror. Why are you rolling for terror? It's unusual. Maybe I'll roll on his turn. I don't know. Yeah, we'll get Alec in there as well. Hopefully he won't do a spell. Because they can create, like, poison clouds. Which I don't want to have to deal with. So... I could use Attracting Law. But then it'd be no one else's turn, so I can't afford to do that. I have to just hit him. Just have to hit him. Because, yeah, I don't want him to be free from this, so... let's use Weapons of Destruction on... I mean, either one of you is fine. I guess I'll do it on Cerberus. Let's try that. Alright. And then let's sidestep. You know, don't step to the left, though. Okay, I can disengage. I can disengage. And then obviously I have my free reload, and then I can do an aim shot. Good. And then Murga can jump in. Yeah, next turn. Good. Yeah, it's her activation next. So, end the turn. Okay, let's wail on him. Yeah, let's just wail on him. Oh, come on. Don't be doing that. Come on, get murdered. Okay, there we go. Good. Does he have anything? No, not really. Okay. So, there's some jerk over there. Who I assume is going to try and attack me. So let's just stand here and dodge. I don't really want him to jump them, but also I'm happy for them to... I'm happy for our archers to take a little bit of damage, if that makes sense. Because they're not going to be, like, in combat, you know? This works for me. Works very well for me. Oh, okay. I guess I'll shoot him twice. I guess I'll shoot him again. I mean, I was just going to Overwatch, but... he's going to be a little hard-pressed to harm us too much. Alright, so he's taunting. Then he used Wither, which is annoying, but it is what it is. And he's using Wither again. Alright, we should be fine. We should be, you know, free from getting attacked. Unless he eventually miscasts and blows us all up. Nope, somehow he didn't. Somehow he didn't. I think they also have absurd chances not to miscast so they can carry on being a nuisance. Just because this game has no respect for people. At least the story missions don't. So there's the Warp Rod. I would also like to get a spear and a shield. I guess you're just not picking up anything else now. Alak can pick up the Warp Pistols, maybe? No, it'll be a new turn, won't it? So that'll disappear. That'll disappear before we get the chance. Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, we can't take the Warp Block Pistols then. I suppose I could if I swap this out. And I can have Alak grab the Warp Trinket, the Warp Rod, because that won't disappear from his body.
Objectives updated.
Nezio could even take this back to our wagon because he's so quick. So there is that. There is that. I mean, I'm trying to beat him to death, but actually I probably should have just started running now, shouldn't I? And then these guys could both meet us on the shore, because we're not going to go that way. You know, the reason I sent these three this way is because they're all quick. They've all got a lot of strategy points. You know, Wither isn't helping, of course. Okay, let's adjust a bit. I'm sure something will come out the sewers at some point. I do want to check out the sewers. Do I want those three to go in the sewers? And then we just have Murga and the three archers dealing with whatever's above ground. It's not a terrible idea. And then those other three are going to be walking down the middle anyway, so they can help out if need be. I was hoping to get like an aim shot in there, but I guess I don't need it. Alright, great that he's nearly dead. Okay, if there's a rat ogre downstairs, then I'm really going to need the archers to go downstairs. Really? Really? He's still going to take more damage next turn too. Asta's going to be dead. Asta's going to be dead. I can't send Asta anywhere. Where the hell do I put him that he's safe? I'd love to have him just leave the mission. But yeah, just from those 2 attacks, he's basically dead. Like, this is useless. He's 1 attack from death, basically. Because the poison will do the rest. Yeah, he's 1 attack from death. Ugh, that sucks. That really sucks. You know, it's not like, oh, game broken sucks. It just sucks in the regular way that I enjoy. But, still sucks. Because something might come out of there at some point. I can't just put him by the wagon, because as reinforcements start showing up, they might start showing up and then just run to fight him at the wagon. Asta always has the worst of luck. He's always the one who gets taken down quickest. He's not carrying a log, though. So that's good news. You know what? He does have big pockets. If I can get him downstairs. Alright. I'm going to send him down there. Right. It's going to be awful. But he's going to have stuffed pockets, so we'll see if we can get out with him. I'm going to send those other 2 as well. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get out of there. With stuffed pockets. Alright, you can just carry stuff for us. Okay. Well, not seeing anything yet. Weird that that's walled up. Never seen that walled up. So we're going to take a left and then curve around, I guess? Which is interesting. But also being down here might stop reinforcements from spawning down there, which might be good. I think they can spawn from some of the buildings as well. Which might be worse for us. Alright, so he's up again. That's fine. We'll have a round of shooting at him again, so... Alright, that's as far as you can get. That's fine.
A new round has started.
Enemy reinforcements are already spawning. Yeah, there just aren't many enemies on the map at the start of this mission. So Alak's gonna need to loot him, I guess. Oh, thank God! I thought we couldn't get past him for a second. That would have been annoying. He can also go downstairs, but I think him being upstairs and ready to attack any of the, you know, any of the other guys that we're luring out, I think that's probably wise. Oh, Jesus, hang on, Rat Ogre. So he was downstairs? Where the hell do we see him? All the way over here. Which can't be in the sewers. So where the hell is he? He's in a ruin. He might be stuck there. He might be stuck there. Interesting. I think. Possibly. Could be interesting. You don't know. Alright. Crap, did he reload already? I didn't reload him at the start of this turn, did I? Hang on. Well, it's a free reload, so I can't just backtrack to see if I have strategic points left. Sorry, I'm deep in thought, clearly. Let's shoot him. And we can always do the aim shot second anyway. Okay, free reload. Aim shot. Okay, Alec. Okay. Warp rod. Fighting claws. So we have 2 people with warp rods. So both of these guys will need to be in combat with Filch at the end. You know, Filch being the dramatis personae of the Skaven campaign. So, very exciting. Do I go back to my wagon? It's right there. It is right there. I don't think it's any quicker. It might be a little bit quicker. Get there next turn. But yeah, I want to make sure I have empty pockets. Well, empty-ish pockets. Right, you, I guess, can continue this little, whatever it is we're doing. I'm very surprised this guy is still alive. Oh, another one of our archers is going to get to go again. So he will be dead. But I kind of want him dead sooner than this. Because there could be a rat ogre out on the loose. And at the very least, I want to be able to overwatch him so he'll slow down a bit. Because a rat ogre might be able to tear Burger apart. I have no idea how good he's going to be. To the point where I might just have to dodge. You can't parry. You've got to dodge. He's going to grab you with his hands. Can't parry his hands if he's just trying to grab you. So, you know, the problem. And yeah, I can get around there well enough. We're going to end our turn on that, which I don't want to do. I'll do that next turn then. I don't want to be in a position where Alec can't drop stuff off because this guy's in the way. Do I really want to be dropping off loot? Not really, but, you know, here we are. Just these two don't have the deepest pockets. Okay, you can finish this guy off now. I guess I'll do a aimed shot just to make sure that it hits. Well, you know, it's not guaranteed, but it's never guaranteed. But it does make it more likely. Is that gubbins or is that a rat ogre? Okay, no, it's just gubbins. Just weird flesh gubbins over there in the mist. That I thought might be... So it looked like a big thing. You know? Oh no, that is usually blocked off. Okay, no, sorry, the bars look closer. Fine. So... I mean, that still seems quite far away. But then maybe it is just down here. Oh, and the warp stone's above ground. There's their loot. Amazing. Okay, that's great, actually. I'll just go back out the same way that I came in. So I guess the, our 2 henchmen aren't going to bother holding anything. Because they're never going to be able to catch up to him. But then he might get stuck down there, so I'll follow him as much as I can. Because it'll be the same amount of walking to get back out the other way anyway, so... I guess I could just go out the other way. Doesn't seem to be anything there. Okay, they have another... That's a warp guard. They have another warp guard somewhere. And Timian, are you going to head back downstairs too, or... I'm starting to think I do need someone else up here fighting. We do need a couple people in melee that can, like, catch... You know, catch a rat that's on their way in. Although,
A new round
he might not even be able to attack there. Are you still withered? Doesn't seem like it. Chaotic behavior, cannot parry. I think that's fine. Okay, still not seeing anything. There he is. The little guy. And there's the big guy. He might be stuck, but that just might be where he lives. So they do have to roll stupidity tests as well. They do have to roll stupidity tests. So there is that. Yeah, I imagine he'll run around the corner before he charges anyone. I doubt he'll want to charge Cerberus here. So I think if our archers can set up an Overwatch trap, this should be okay. Okay, did he move? He mooed. He definitely mooed. I think that little clonk we heard was just him, like, hitting his knuckles into the ground. I think they do that. I think they do that little animation. Alright, let's open your chest. Alright, let's put these in there. We'll keep the warp rod. It also helps that it's like our leader and heroes that are holding warp rods. Which I guess we do need to send someone else over there. So the 3 that were downstairs can maybe go across the other way. One of them is holding planks already, aren't they? So we are going to need to go that way. I guess Alec should too. But I think that rat ogre is going to be a problem. So I want to be able to use... Oh no, he doesn't have Chains of Chaos. It's What's-Her-Face that does. So actually that's not going to make much difference. I could use Weapons of Destruction on someone, though, if we do end up in melee with him. You know, use that on Cerberus again so he can hit harder. That might be worthwhile. Okay, so... make a little firing line, shall we? Ideally, we want him to come into... Like, not be so stupid that he can't come into range. But if we have 3 people overwatching, it might just exhaust all of his strategy points. And if we use all of his strategy points up, then he won't be able to, like, kill us to bits. Which would be pretty good. Although, Cerberus might end up just attacking their warp guard. Ooh. And then their rat ogre might run across and attack someone vulnerable. Or just count up a Murga. I don't really want that to happen either. So we might have to let the rat ogre attack someone else. I hate that. I hate that. Ugh. Alright, just set up an ambush. She might need to tackle him. The fact we have to fight a Dramatis Persona at the end of this as well is kind of nuts. Kind of crazy. And yeah, we want overlapping fire, though I think we might have to overlap it this way. On account of he might charge them before these 3 get to attack. So we'll see. The Warp Guard might just eat all of the shots. We might crit him. And he might just be staggered, and then we might be able to ambush someone else. Oh, hang on. Wait. You've not done the thing yet. Thank God I remembered. Hang on. Hang on. I never picked up the thingy, did I? So I did forget to do something, didn't I? I forgot to pick up the valuable loot that was over here. Because, yeah, I swapped it back onto him, and then I didn't go and loot him. I only looted this guy. So I need him to go and pick that up now. Oh, God. So stupid. I hate this game. I just hate the story mission so much. Like, I'm trying to think about the things I need to think about. Oh, we didn't loot that crate in the corner either. I guess I'll check that out while I'm down here. I mean, this guy can catch up to anyone so quickly. The fact he's a little injured already means I don't really want to, don't really want to mess with it. God, I wish that, oh, it'll be him next. I think I'm going back this way. So, annoyingly, the guy that I sent back up there, Timian, he's the one with the plank, so he needs to head back that way. Although I don't think we need that plank. I think there are more planks on the way. But I still want to sort of send everyone over there. Now, let's see. What have you got? You know what? You've actually got more than I can carry. Well, I should have brought Aster over here. Can Aster still come back? I mean, yeah. Do I want him to? Is that more loot than I was expecting to get in this mission? Yes, it is. So, you know what? Let's just focus on throwing bodies at the, throwing bodies at the various objectives we need to solve. Because with the Rat Ogre and Daedramatis Personae all hanging out, like, I don't want to be messing with it. Okay, good. But, I'd prefer these were being saved. Yeah, I'd prefer these were being saved for the Rat Ogre, but... Alright, he's failed his terror test. Nice. He's probably going to attack us back, though. Nope. He failed his terror test. Oh, hang on. Is that another one? That is another one. Oh, there's two of them here? Damn it. Please miss. Said please and everything. And there's a Rat Ogre around that corner. And yeah, if these guys keep spawning, that's going to be annoying. There's another one back here? You're kidding me. Okay, yeah, I think all the reinforcements are spawning in the buildings. I think that's the problem. I mean, great hit, but... they're going to hit us back. What a pain. Right, we need to tear through these guys quickly and, like, move quickly. I mean, you're doing some great damage, mate. But that's all you've got for now. 0% dodge. Brilliant. His only defensive tool. We need to give him, like, defensive stance or whatever it is. Okay, we can almost kill you. Let's do Blood Offering. We might crit anyway. No, we're just going to miss. That's cool. Alright, so Blood Offering didn't land. So, we're having to use all of our attacks, not just this guy. Now we get the crit. Of course we do. Alright, she's busy there. Let's, I'm a little bit worried about actually being in here, but failed the terror test. Good. God, is she just going to get ganged up on? In a big way? I might need... oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. It's not telling me the dice rolls. Did he move or didn't he move? I have no idea. I know he's got stupidity tests. It didn't seem like he moved. But it doesn't tell you the dice rolls in the top right for things like that. Which is horrible. You know what? I'll leave him... actually, he will attack before anyone else does. Murga can attack him, but this guy... we're going to need to kill to free up those two. So he doesn't get to attack him again. I know it's not a big deal if he attacks, but it's too big for me to want to sit with. Alright, I don't see anything over there. Let's set it up an Overwatch. We can have those two do the same. One of them's going to shoot that guy first, though. I guess the other one can shoot the other guy first as well. I mean, actually, Alek's here, so Alek can finish him off. Nice. So we'll just do that. And then I can also start wailing on this guy. I don't really want to be in the way of our Overwatches, but I'm just going to assume that this is fine. So between Murga and Alek, I think we can probably get rid of this guy. I can use Attracting Law on him, actually. Him running away, does that trigger an Overwatch? I kind of want to test this. It will let him run back in again. And be a pain in that way, but I also want to see how it works. Okay, he's going to run away. Okay, it doesn't seem to trigger an Overwatch. That's a shame. That would have been really cool if it did. Alright, so that guy's dead now. But it does mean we can move up. Shoot him in the back. Reload and then set up an Overwatch. So there is a law right there that we need to set. So I guess we're going to do that and then maybe go for the next, go for the next problem, which is going to be the Rat Ogre. I don't know. Is this smart? Because it might be a hero next. We got to do it though. We got to set these up. We just can't set up the third law because then what's his face will show up. All right, Jinto Skittershank was Lord. Of course he was. Of course he was. I mean, I can I can see him moving around. Okay, I can hit him. Leg Eater Scar. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Magic resistance success. He rolled an 8. He needed a 10. Alright, you know what? I'll stay here. I'm going to use Chains of Chaos again. Alright, she can cast over and over again. She never has any risk of exploding. Okay, failed to resist that time. Okay, that's really good. It's going to be really difficult for him to attack anyone now. So that is perfect. Let's dodge. I'd quite like to ambush, because something else is going to show up in a minute. But we'll make it work. So, let's loot this guy. There's the warp rod.
Objective completed.
See, we're actually really clever and smart, and this is all part of the plan. Shut up. And these are mine as well now. Alright, the draft of focus. Fine. Not a problem. Okay. See, now that I know exactly what to expect, right, I'm enjoying this again. Though I'm going to hate it again when I have to fight that last Eshin sorcerer that's in the corner. Then I'm going to be annoyed again at the game. For now, I like this because this is Mordheim. We're Mordheiming. That's what we're doing right now. We're Mordheiming. Can't ask for more, frankly. You might get the kill if you crit. Might get lucky. Nope. That's okay. Or is it? You know what? I think we are going to try and kill him. I know it means he won't get the Overwatch on the big guy if he shows up, but also another enemy might spawn, and that one was terrified, so he probably wasn't going to do anything. So the fact that we've wiped out 3 Warp Guard probably just means 3 Warp Guard are going to spawn, which is very annoying. Hey, mate. Hi there. How's it going? Horribly injured, you say? Poisoned half to death, you say? Oh, hang on. Hang on. I mean, Asta is a terrible one for this, but he kind of needs to be over there to help with the planks, I guess. We need someone else over there, don't we? Alright, we found another one. Okay, he's in that building. So another one spawned in that building, basically. Ridiculous. I do need Temian to go downstairs, though. I do need him down here. Oh god, and yeah, just a building over, there's this guy. So they might all start. The Rat Ogre might run this way, and then like all of our archers will have to run down here to meet him. Which is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. But yeah, there's some more timber on the other side for the other bridges. So we'll see. Weird that you're showing me the Overwatch
A new round has
from here. We did a crit. We critted the enemy. Telorc critted someone. It didn't even show it. So that guy is... He's got open wounds, but is he stunned? You think it would say if they were stunned? Does it say if they're stunned? I have no idea. I have no idea if it tells you that. Where is he? Is he downstairs? Where is the guy we just killed? Is this worth it? Okay, he is stunned, so we can't miss him. We could get our boy stuck up here.